Hi there, beautiful souls watching. Thank you. I'm Gabrielle, retired medium in Germany, and I like to share some of my otherworldly experiences and insights. So, this one is about twin flames. That's kind of a new trend or a concept that came up in the last years, and well, I think and see that very differently. I asked my guides about that, and the information I got was the following. They said, Source created the divine souls, and the souls needed a bodily, material vessel to connect to and to grow via the experiences in the material, in polarity, where we still are tempted to judge between light and dark and good and bad. And my beloved Sufi teachers, Rumi, he said, meet me in the light beyond good and bad. So they said as well, there is not only one twin flame. The concept of twin flame is twisted. Of course, when Source created the divine souls, he created them according to the rules and laws of the universe, kind of the language of the universe, which is mathematics and mathematical relations. You find that also in sound and music or in geometry, especially sacred geometry. And they said, what you call twin flames are the divinely created souls that are kind of created in the same moment. And there are more than just one. So that is a set of so-called twin flames. So then the word twin does not even apply any longer because it's wrong. And it's leading into the wrong direction if you start to think about that. And in this world, we have all the love songs and the love movies, and we have the fulfilled love, seemingly fulfilled with an happy end, or we have the tragic love stories like Romeo and Juliet and things like that. And every love song kind of hammers into your head, there is only this one man, this one woman, Mr. Right or Mrs. Right, and if I only find her or him, then everything will be wonderful and magic and so on. No, it is not like that, because the human vessel is programmed with a lot of things that are not really healthy, mostly unaware, means unconscious, and we just react very often instead of acting. So if you go out as a normal person and you want to find a partner, you unconsciously project all your longings, all your wishes, and also all your flaws onto another person in the outside. And this poor guy or this poor woman has to fulfill all your expectations. So if you're a little bit intelligent, you should get it right now. The whole thing is set up for failure because it's totally wrong. It's using the wrong procedure, it's using projection, and you expect the other to fulfill you or to complete you, and you think maybe or feel, I am only half, and I need another one to complete me, to make me whole again. This idea of whole again is a very old thing. And I can tell you, when I was in India in search of the purpose of my life, I really was so naive to think I can only find it there. Yes, I found it there, but not in India, but inside here. I met a guy when I was in the hippie paradise in the 80s. That was a Franco-Canadian guy, and he was the only one a bit older than all the other twins, kind of hippie children hopping around there and smoking a lot of weed and marijuana and trying other drugs, thinking that would open the door to whatever, the divine, the spirit world. And I once had a conversation with that guy, whom everyone there, sorry, everyone there called him the professor because he already had some gray hair and a beard with gray in there. We were in our 20s and he was maybe 40 or over 40. And I sat with this guy on a table in a chai shop drinking some chai tea, wonderful Indian tea. I love that. And I was kind of desperate because I was on my quest in India. I wanted to find the purpose of my life. And suddenly I just bursted out and said to him, "How can I be one when I'm only half?" And he just started laughing and said to me, "Well, surrender your half and forget about that." I'm still pondering about that, but to give you another idea, I want to share one of the old Greek legend stories. I think this is even coming from the Eleusinian mystery school tradition, and it's going like that. The gods were sitting on the Mount Olympus and doing their own thing, being gods, whatever. You know, the gods weren't really gods. They were mostly the Anunnaki, always the same characters, playing God for humans, and some even fell more into the material world and wanted to be worshipped and asked for offerings and whatever, and they sucked up the energy being worshipped as gods. And some really wanted to help humanity grow. So they are not all good and not all bad. You have both in the basket. The gods, the so-called gods, were sitting on the Olymp doing their thing. And then the main god, Zeus, felt disturbed by the noise the humans were making. He couldn't even sleep because of that much noise that the humans produced. And the story describes the humans very differently than we think they were in the beginning of their appearance, or maybe even if it's not the true thing, it gives a really great idea about what's really going on. It is said that humans at that time were kind of sphere-like, ball-like creatures with 4 arms and 4 legs. And Zeus, who was disturbed by the noise of these humans rolling around and making a lot of noise. And he even thought, well, they might even come up to our Mount Olympus and disturb us here, so we don't want that. He had the great idea to just cut them in half, so that every half will roll around on the Earth planet and always seek and look for its other half. Doesn't that tell you something? That's why we are so programmed into looking what is inside of us, in our soul, into instead of searching it there and going inside, we want to find it outside in another person, and we project all our expectations and flaws and longings onto another one. So I think that's worth pondering upon. And the real thing is, if you find the connection with your own soul and start to have a relation inside with yourself, your true inner self, then you start to love yourself, and only then you can meet another love outside, because you practice here first. I want to leave you just with one question. How can you think to find love in another person if you haven't found it in here with you, in yourself? Thanks for watching, dear ones. Blessings, love and light onto your path.